Hawaii Vacation 2007. What a blast.
And we're on a boat.
And
Captain Andy.
Steve and his 3 girls.
That was a wicked cool restroom sign. That was how most of them were there, and like the
That was
men's
in
were all
the
cool,
airport.
too.
That's how you know when you're in Hawaii, when the bathroom signs are wearing leis, right?
Yeah, pretty cool.
I thought this was a darling picture of Allison. So she was in the airport at this time. She didn't even know what was going on yet, right?
Yep,
This is
she
her first
actually-
time going on the plane and first time traveling out of the continental United States.
Sleeping in a hotel, the whole 9 yards.
She actually let us put her hair up in pigtails, which is pretty monumental if you know her.
We got to play with Hunter and Logan while we were there. Everyone was doing dog pile.
Allison's always happy.
This is my happy face.
Self-portrait.
All right, this is
Logan.
and he's doing the Poe pose. Okay, I have a picture of his dad doing that beside the pose about how many years earlier, you know. So Greg would have been about the same age. So it'd be nice to see those pictures side by side.
Is Hunter doing the same thing?
This is my happy face.
Very scary.
You notice Hunter's missing 2 teeth in the front. It took forever for everyone to convince him to pull out one of the teeth that was hanging by a thread.
And this is one of our pictures at the pool and
Reading at the pool.
reading at the
Bathing
pool.
beauty.
Yeah, the bathing beauty. So what island is this?
This is on Kauai.
Hawaii. And this is where Josh slept for at least most of the nights there. He slept on the couch.
This is the view from our room.
And,
Room with the view.
Yeah.
and a nice view of that door. Or I guess that's not a door, that's a
Roof.
We had a really nice porch.
This was our dive master instructor.
Damien.
Yep.
It was really nice.
With Kauai Aquatic Scuba.
He really went out of his way to take time to explain to you guys everything. I thought he did it great.
It'd been a while since all of us had dove.
Look how attentive you were. Even Allison was paying attention.
It was so hot. Josh was like sweating through his scalp. It was disgusting.
There he is. He doesn't look like he's sweating there.
Nope, no, but once he put on my towel, you could tell he was sweating.
There's all of us getting ready. He told us to do the octopus. So we're all... Stephanie had a limp octopus though. Hers wasn't.
Yeah, mine
moving.
was dead.
Oh, we got
We
shuttle
got the
service.
Cinderella treatment. They even put on our fins for us.
And they shuttled us out there, and it was very nice, very convenient, very easy dive.
So did you see anything spectacular?
Oh, so cool. I saw 2 sea turtles. We actually went on 2 dives. I saw 2 sea turtles, some eels.
They're really rare dragon
eels.
Dragon eels. It was really cool.
Okay, this was a separate trip.
That was the blowhole.
Spouting horn.
That's very close to our hotel.
Yes.
It's on the same road, in fact, isn't it?
That's Hunter and Logan trying to get spouted on.
Me and Doodle.
Yep, and some people were even stupid enough to stand right on the ledge.
We went to a lighthouse further on up on the north end of Kauai.
And this was like a real old one. They don't use it anymore.
We got some really great pictures from this. Of course, since
Gorgeous coastline.
yeah, and,
and
even more
Steph.
beautiful. Even more beautiful.
It was a pretty coastline. You notice how the wind was blowing real hard on one side, and the other side was calm, where
Yeah.
the wind is coming up.
That side too.
And there is the Greg Poe, Tammy Poe, and Hunter and Logan Poe family.
They were at the lighthouse with us.
Yes.
I took that picture. Do you notice my excellent craftsmanship?
I thought it was an alien.
So did I.
Big eyes.
But then Caitlin looked back to me, and then I was like, oh, it's just her natural face. Beautiful family.
That was a good family shot there, wasn't it?
Taken by Hunter.
Yeah.
We went on a sunset cruise with Captain Andes, and we went snorkeling up the Nepali coast. And this was the sunset part of the sunset cruise.
My dress was still soaked from going up front on the catamaran and getting splashed around.
You have a
She always
history of
stand in
getting
front
wet.
of me.
I did.
Sat in front of me, so it was all good.
This was before the sunset. We stopped and snorkeled up on the Nepali coast.
Allison wasn't too keen on the fishies swimming around her.
But she brought her own water wings.
Oh man, the fish were awesome.
These are some scenes from the Nepali coast.
Here's my favorite one. Why is this my favorite one?
6 days, 7 nights.
Yep, that's the scene where the pirates are chasing him. Pirates is an ARG.
I thought that was so cool. I actually knew what scene it was from. I thought that was awesome. That was like the thrill of the day for me.
That was pretty cool.
Brother and sister. Oh, those mountains behind us, you can't see them very well, but they were so cool. That's a better picture of them.
Yeah, okay.
Get it in nicely.
Where am I in these pictures? Honestly.
You're coming up. There you are.
No, that's Allison.
That's Allison.
After she
Oh.
puked.
All over my towel.
Got a little sick, and when she was actually asleep, and she woke up and threw up, and then went back to sleep. When we asked her later if she threw up, she said, "No, I just didn't feel good."
See, there you are.
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, those mountains just so cool, so gorgeous.
Did you take any pictures?
Did I take pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took pictures with my phone.
Yeah, well, okay. See, what I did was I took a compilation of Caitlin's pictures and your pictures and put them on here. So that would explain why you don't have more pictures of you, because you didn't put your phone pictures on here.
On the beach. That's on the Poe beach.
The bathing
Everybody's
beauties.
wearing a bikini, like just a bikini top except me.
So who got the most sunburn there?
And Tammy.
I don't know. Wasn't
Uncle
it?
Greg.
I don't know. I saw your mom. I don't know. I've
That's
seen
not,
lobsters.
no, that wasn't that day.
I
No.
got my butt all burned. That kind of
What,
sucks.
what was that doing in the sun?
Well, no, I mean, I got the area around my bikini line burned. And man, oh man, is it brown now.
Is that called bikini buns? This is the typical picture of Greg and Tammy loading up for a short 1-hour stay at the beach.
Oh yeah, short 1 hour. No,
Is that wasn't it?
no.
No, all right. Remember where this was?
This was at the very end of the road, driving up to the North Shore.
This is way the end of the road. I mean, it dead end. So this is as far as you can drive up to the northern coast.
The
Right?
beach sand was something like you'd find in
It's
Carlsbad or
interesting.
something.
The sand on the North Shore and the sand on the South Shore are different. The North Shore was very fine and was a lot like California sand you find here, and the South Shore was very coarse.
We found out it's fish poop.
The one on the south side.
Yeah.
Very attractive picture of Allison yet again.
Eating crackers.
Yeah, she was eating crackers there because she was recovering. This is when she's after she's chunking. Or in the boat, we usually call that chumming if you do it overside. So that's chumming for fish, and she was so she's eating feeling better. You have to tell me this is one of your pictures, so I don't know where this is.
That was.
Oh, this was when we were on the island of Oahu.
Okay,
We
so you're
took a
touring.
tour bus, and that was one of the coastlines on the tour.
Katie. We were there with Uncle Greg and Aunt Tammy, and those were the yahoos that were jumping off into the water that was splashing against the rocks, remember?
Is that a type of fish?
It was the lava. Remember the lava rocks?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
who's
was
right?
on
One for
Kauai.
Stephanie.
And we were on the north part, again near Princeville, and Aunt Tammy's book said there was this great place to walk down and you had to go through a jungle and go out onto this lava area.
The jungle part, not so great. I got bit by mosquitoes.
Allison and I decided to have fun on the beach right in front of our hotel. And so I started off, I buried her because she saw other people being buried, and then it was my turn. So she buried me, but she did not want help, not at all. So she did one handful at a time. I was laying there for a long time.
No, I've done this before, but it's always fun if you build up their body and make them look a little bit more mature, things like that. This is kind of hard to see a little bit, but you're kind of going ta-da.
That's a cave at the end of the North Shore Road.
That's right on the
I went in a much cooler cave this summer for 4 hours.
That's at the Poe Beach. Also in their cute little water wings.
typical beach scene.
I couldn't tell you what that picture is.
Oh, I could. It's your typical face and Allison's typical face.
I thought you were blowing in her ear for some reason.
Very natural pose
Well,
for
you
you
could tell
guys.
it was going through her ear and coming out her cheeks.
I thought this was a great picture because you could see Caitlin is a dark meat, a light meat kind of girl.
We got Allison some zinc and she's never had it before. And I was at the pool out at the
Poi poo at the point.
And I put on some as like a little war tattoo type deal, and Allison decided to rub it off. Guess who had a sunburn?
Right there, huh?
Yeah.
There you are again.
Wonderful picture of me.
This is one of the beaches we found just driving around the
Look
island.
at that. Looks like a deserted beach. There's nobody on that beach but you guys.
Oh, and there's Caitlin too.
Pretty.
That's pretty.
I think this one is you guys are on your own. No, not quite yet. This was just evening. Yep. What is that, Poi Poo, or is that where that park was?
That looks like the view from our hotel room.
No, I can't remember.
That's in the jungle, on the way to the rocks.
Yep.
On the way to the rocks.
This was at the Luau.
Luau!
You can see both of us are a little red-faced from all day in the sun.
Yep. They had fire dancers.
Yep.
Yeah, and the one chief.
Now what's this one?
On Kauai, there's a lot of wild chickens, and this was probably at the Spouting Horn, and they had a bunch of chickens. And I think Dad took a picture of the mother and her little chicks.
The little cubs.
That's the ugliest chick.
And you know what's really
I've ever
bizarre
seen.
is the little chicks jump on top of the mother's back and they like to ride up there. So that was pretty.
This is at one of the little shops at the Spouting Horn, and I ended up getting a ring and a couple of souvenir necklaces.
That's us down there. We weren't looking at the camera at all.
Spouting Horn.
Not funny.
Oh, that's the beach from our timeshare place.
That's right. And what's the name of that place?
I don't remember.
Poi poo.
Point.
Poi poo at the point, or is it point at Poi poo?
Poi poo or whatever.
Whatever. But there were a lot of turtles out there. I don't
Oh,
have
if
any
you turn around, yeah, to the
There
back.
were, I mean, we saw 15 or 20 of them, just all in that area.
Hanging out in the surf.
Large.
That's from one of the archways that we thought were really cool.
I love those rocks. That's a good picture.
Of course it is. It's
You
me
can
and my
tell
mother.
Mama has a little white
A
stomach.
lot of white meat there.
I'm a little tanner.
That wasn't white for very long. That you got burnt the day after that, didn't you, or something?
That day. That was a day earlier.
Yep, that was back at the.
Spouting Horn.
Now it's on to the girls' trip by themselves.
This is on the trolley ride when we went to Oahu.
My legs started like crushing together so fast that
It was a little warm, and Allison took a little.
Maybe you can explain to us very briefly why you were on Oahu by yourself.
We had scheduled a plane ticket separately for Mom and Dad, and so we ended up having a 10-hour layover before the kids had to take off and fly to Phoenix. So we had 10 hours to kill. So we decided to go. This is the hillside in Waikiki
Which was on your tour.
on my tour.
Who did you get to take your picture?
The bus driver took our picture, and this is in front of an area where there was also a blowhole.
Was this kind of typical of an Allison look or what?
I think she was in the middle of eating crackers again.
she's always eating something.
Diamond Head?
Yep, monument. There it is. I think that's an inactive volcano.
Yep, I think it is.
Anama Bay.
It was a gorgeous beach.
I took a better picture of
I
it.
remember I loaned Likey to go snorkeling.
Snorkeling. Oh, there were a ton of snorkelers. Huge reef. You can see it in some other pictures, but there was lots of snorkelers out there.
This was the blowhole we
That
were
was
by.
Took a better picture. This, I can't remember what that was called, but that's a little island off the coast, and they actually do. There's army stationed out there, military.
Guess what this is?
Oh,
This is the fish hopper.
where we ate dinner a couple times. Delicious meals. It was recommended by Velvet. And so we went there the first night and the last night.
The last night. This is actually on the last. This is actually on the first night. Through the magic of modern photography, you can change things around, but I decided to group them together. That's what your mom made. That and a lot of dessert. And this is what your mom looked like in the hotel room most of the time. She was working, and you could see out the sliver of
This is on the big island of Hawaii when I was working, and I had 356 emails, 200 of which I could trash right away, but I was trying to prepare for my meetings on Sunday and Monday.
The first week was family time. The second week was business time.
Work too. And here we are on going out to the lava fields.
Oh yeah, looks like hard work.
And it was that was on Saturday when we did our touring before my business on Sunday and Monday.
And that's what it looked like, the big old huge lava fields. I mean, we're talking miles and miles.
And I'm taking after Vicky.
That's right, that's a Victoria.
And that's coffee, growing coffee beans on a coffee tree. And the red ones mean that they're ripening.
Oh,
Or
really?
ripe-
Because I thought
the-
coffee beans
the-
were supposed to be black.
Only after they've been roasted.
Ew.
A church. Oh, this is one of the very first churches on Hawaii, the Big Island, on the southwest side, South Kona district,
It's on the way to Velvet's.
on the way to Velvet.
And this was one that was famous for the painting.
The painting, Episcopal burned out of paint.
Like
Those
that?
are some of his. And what he did is he used pictures to teach the natives the Christian religion.
Did a fabulous job. These are like, I don't know, what, 200 years old or something
Yeah,
like that.
1700s or 1800s, I
I
don't
think it's
remember.
18 something, but still in pretty good.
This, I believe, was a sunset from Velvet and Dan's place in South Kona.
Look at that color. Very nice. This is a view from our hotel room. It was the King Kamehameha Moya Moya Moya.
King Kamehameha Kona Beach Inn Resorts, and they have a lot of these paddling boats, rather traditional style, and on the weekends they have either regattas or races or just practice.
That hotel reminded me of a really, really good hotel.
Reminded you of
The nice thing is you could see the luau that was next door from our hotel balcony. And so there they are, the reenactment of the King Kamehameha Maya, whatever, coming to shore. And this is how I spent my summer vacation. By the pool, 1 foot,
In a
moving
sock.
around.
because he had surgery July 13th to fix a heel condition, which they basically broke his foot, took a wedge out, and screwed it back together.
The
So
problem was my toes were too close together. See, on my left, they were a little farther apart, so I did all that surgery just to get them toes.
my group,
That was all the water quality people from the islands and everything. That was John Wayne.
or somebody like that.
Hawaiian John Wayne.
Well, it kind of looks like those dogs that they put cotton in, except it looks like he's made of
It was
wax.
actually on the way we were visiting the Parker Ranch stuff,
Right.
so that was probably
Parker Ranch.
Seth Parker.
Tea leaves. They're growing tea leaves.
Out.
We visited a poultry operation, a laying operation. He's gradually getting out of the business. He's in 2
Isn't
years.
this the last egg farm on the Big Island of
Yes.
Hawaii?
Yes, it is.
In 2 years, it'll be out of business too.
Because he's going to go into composting, and he invested a lot of money into this building and this turner, and he has a shredder, and he has a mill, and he has a sieving operation.
So basically, he's giving up poultry for poop.
Yep.
Wow. But I don't think he's going to do poop. I think he's going to do green waste.
So this is the end of our trip. We blew in on trouble and we blew out on trouble because it was a hurricane.
Hurricane Flossie.
Flossie, yeah. And this is just showing some of the winds, but we were really on the northern part of the island away from it, so we didn't get a whole bunch up there, but we were worried about the flights because everything was closed down.
They canceled the school on the island.
They did.
The hurricane passed about 60 miles to the south of the island.
just in case you forgot, we got bumped from our flight to begin with. And so it was off to a rough start and a rough ending. But when you see those sunsets, it's all worthwhile.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Great vacation.
Aloha!
Aloha!
Adios.
Hope you enjoyed it.